guys, it's Yanae from Mommying and Modeling, and I just want to thank you guys for coming back and tuning into my channel. Make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe, like this video, share it with people, share it with your timeline, share it with everybody. So as you can see from the title of this video, this is part 2 of the series that I'm talking about my thyroid condition. Gonna tell you guys what I decided to do and how it's been going. I'm actually kind of excited because I've seen a lot of views on my last videos, so I know that usually people who are viewing those videos are people who are going through those things. So if you are one of those people, sending my thoughts and prayers to you as you go through this journey, and just know everything happens for a reason, and I'll be praying for you. And for those people who reached out to me to see if I was okay and how I'm doing, I appreciate that the most. Like, that's so sweet because you don't have to. But thank you. And if I didn't say it already, I don't know if I did, but go ahead and like this video, subscribe, share it with your friends, family, whoever. But just to jump into it, so this video I'll be talking about what I decided to do to handle my thyroid condition, and what I basically did, or what I was presented with, was 2 options. I either had to take the surgical route where I would have to have it surgically removed, or I would have to take this radiation pill called radioactive iodine, and that pill would basically destroy it after I consume it, which came with a lot of different restrictions and things like that. I met with a surgeon to go over a lot of different things and how the procedure goes, what happens after, the likelihood of it returning or turning into something else. Like, in that particular appointment was extremely overwhelming because the surgeon actually sees cancer patients. So her office was in the cancer ward at the hospital, and just coming into that particular area was like a lot to visually see and feel. Like, I'm an empath, I feel everything, so it was just very overwhelming. And she was running late, so it was like I was just sitting there and just watching everything. Like, it was so cold that day. It was horrible. I hated the whole vibe. So I knew then that was probably something I wasn't gonna go towards. Like, none of it felt right. But I met with her. She was extremely thorough. She talked to me about everything, like any question that I had. She had so much knowledge about it. So I was happy that I did my own research and kind of looked at other people and what they said happened or what could happen, and asked those kind of questions. So it was a long appointment, and it was something that I needed because I had so many questions. Because when you're presented with like something like this, you have to be extremely thorough about it. You have to be very diligent about doing your research on how it affects you. And that was something I was really wanting to understand, like how it would affect me in the long run. Like, not just right now, temporarily feeling better, but what about 5 or 6 years from now, 10 years from now? How would I be feeling? Like, I really want to know everything. And to be honest, I was over it. I was over it when I walked in the door. And the thing that really got me was when she talked about like some of the things that could happen. I know that she told me that it was not likely that it would happen, that it doesn't really happen. It was basically puncturing your vocal cords. And I was like, oh no, like I'm already extremely soft spoken. I could imagine excuse me, I can imagine like not having my voice right. And I was just like, when I heard that, it was just an absolute no for me. Like, again, if you didn't see my last video, the thyroid sits like right here. So all of that, like I was just like, you know what, no. And then the scar, like she was telling me how they would, treat it so it wouldn't scar too bad and you really wouldn't be able to. I was just like, okay, I don't want to hear anything else. Like, honestly, it was too much information. And they sent me home with another pamphlet, and I was just like, I still just, no, like, it didn't even feel right. So, when something in your gut doesn't feel right, then it's not right. And I already knew when I walked in there that I was not going to do that option. But I was appreciative to get all of that information. But, so, I guess I'm just talking about what I did. So I did take the radioactive iodine treatment. It was one pill, one time only. I had already gotten a lot of information about it, but it wasn't anything specific to me. So I did talk to my endocrinologist about that, and she did give me a lot of facts about, just like my blood work and stuff like that, and how taking the pill would benefit me or not benefit me. So it was like pros and cons to both. And the cons was really like the care for myself after taking a pill, because after taking it, I couldn't be around anyone, so I would have to be on a quarantine. And this quarantine is not like the COVID-19 quarantine where you have to stay 6 feet. Well, similar, but it was more stricter. Like, I couldn't be around my son. Like, even now, what was it, 7 days? Okay, so let me back up. So after taking the pill, you are required to quarantine for a week. And in that week, you cannot be around young children or pregnant women at all. So my child had to stay with his parents and grandparents, his other parent, his dad, and then my parents and his grandparents. So shout out to my support system. So he stayed with them, and I was home all by myself. They gave me like this really thorough packet where they talked about like how to clean up the house, because like you're still radiating. Like, I kept calling myself a human microwave like I had some type of superpowers. So I basically slept the whole week. Like, I really wanted to do like a day by day thing and kind of upload to YouTube, kind of tell you guys what I was eating, like what I was doing, but nope. I honestly kind of slept the week away. It went by really fast. I didn't even get a chance to like really binge watch stuff on TV because I didn't even want to do that. Like, I think I did watch a couple shows, but it was just like very short lived. Like, that week went by extremely fast. But I don't know if I talked about the packet. I'm all over the place. But the packet, it just told you how to like clean up your house, the products to use. If I did come into contact with people, the whole social distance, stay 6 feet or 7 feet away. You can't kiss anyone. You can't cook for anyone. Washing your dishes was fine, but you can't share a cup with someone or anything like that. So I honestly went and bought paper plates and paper cups and cutlery, paper, plastic, just so I could throw it away, just to be on the safe side, because I'm really kind of like iffy. Like, I don't know, that just made me feel weird. So I just bought like that kind of stuff. And as far as like food, like because the thyroid is in your throat. So I kind of knew that I wasn't really going to be wanting to eat anything heavy. So I brought a lot of like protein shakes and Ensure. What else did I get? What's the other like protein drink for shake? I think Premier Protein, I think. That's what I had. I don't know. I keep looking over here like somebody's gonna give me the answer. I was just buying stuff like that. Bought a lot of smoothie stuff, like fruits and stuff. And honestly, I didn't, like I said, I was asleep. If I was asleep, somebody was probably calling to check on me. And I was on the phone. I really didn't eat much. I didn't drink much. And that's always kind of like when I'm sick, I don't eat or drink anything like at all. But I did force myself to kind of stay hydrated because that was something that they kept saying, like, you know, to get the radioactive iodine out of your body, you want to make sure you stay hydrated and you want to pee it out, basically. So yeah, I tried to do my best, but to be honest, like, I really wasn't hungry. I really wasn't thirsty at all. So it was kind of like a routine I had to build. Like, at this time, we're going to drink some water. This time, we're going to drink some cranberry juice. Or this time, we're going to do a protein shake. So that was kind of how like my week went. I really wanted to do like a day-by-day video, but like when you plan to do stuff, it just don't go right. Especially like something like this so serious. Like I don't think it was a good idea that I didn't. I mean, I honestly slept through it, so I don't know. What else did I forget? Oh, the day that I went to get the medicine, it was so annoying. Like, I was there like probably 6 or 7 hours at the hospital just waiting to receive the medication. It was one pill, looks like a regular pill, nothing out of the ordinary. I couldn't wear any jewelry or anything like that. That was the only restriction that I had, and not to eat anything 4 hours prior. Which was fine. Like, I ate real big the day before. So actually the day before was Mother's Day. So I really ate really well. So when I woke up, I was just like thirsty, but nothing major. But I went there, and they had me check in. When I checked in, they told me that I would have to go to like a briefing. So like I told you, they gave me like a packet of information. I had to sign some paperwork that they were giving me the information and, you know, really talking to me about the restrictions that I was placed under. As well as they also let me know that this pill, which I did not know, is that it was really specific to me. So they were making it that day after I signed that paperwork. Excuse me. So that was really what the wait was, is that they had to really create this pill. Like, it wasn't something that was just over the counter. Like, no, they had to create it, and I had to sit there and wait for it. And that took about 4 to 5 hours. And then after that, they came and got me, like, okay, you're ready for the medication. Then the doctor walks in and says, well, this is radiation and all of this and that, and it's powerful. And I'm just like, you know, get to the point. I'm starving at this point, and I've been sitting and waiting here. I'm just ready to take it and go home, because they told me I didn't have to stay for observation. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take it, go home and chill. Like, I don't know how this pill is gonna make me feel. I don't know what's next. So I'm just like, you know what, let me get out of here. But no. So they were like, nope, you got to take a pregnancy test. So I had to take a pregnancy test. And I'm like, why? I'm not, no way. And they was like, doesn't matter what you're saying. Doesn't matter what you're saying. Doesn't matter what you, it doesn't matter. Like, you're going to take it and you have to wait for the results, and then we can proceed. So I had to go down to the lab, and they rushed me down there, and The nurses came with me to let them know, like, hey, this is urgent. Let her do this test and please send it right away. So we took care of that. It took about 25 minutes. Then they came back and got me, and they were like, okay, you ready? Then I had to go back and sign more paperwork, and they were just kind of like drilling it in, like, hey, serious stuff, stay away from people. So, okay, got the picture. Got the medication, finally took it. Could go right home, went right home, and I don't know what I ate. I think I still had leftovers because I made stuffed pasta shells for Mother's Day, so I ate that and went to sleep. And it was up from there. That was my week. I slept away, talked it away, relaxed it away. As far as like my pain level, it was more like a it was more like a irritation. Like my throat, like throughout this video you kind of see me coughing, or like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's like a real petty, like, fake, I feel like it sounds like a fake cough. Like, it's annoying to me, but the more I talk, the more it, like, bothers me. And I think now, more so now than it did when I first took the medicine. And it also stays with you for, I think, a maximum of 60 days. The radiation is just that first week is when it's kind of like the excess of it is coming out, so they don't want you around people. But now that it's settling in there and doing what it needs to do, I'm okay to be around people. But I notice, like, with my voice and how I sound at different times or what I'm doing, like, it bothers me sometimes, but it's not something that's like terrible, so it's like tolerable. But it is very annoying. It's very annoying. So I'm hoping, like, that goes away soon. I don't see my doctor for another 4 to 5 weeks, I think. Just for them to test me and to see how how I'm feeling after the ablation. Now that it's gone, so they're going to test my levels again, because after you have it removed, then most people start getting symptoms of hypothyroidism, which is when your thyroid is underactive. And if that's the case, then you will have to take medication for the rest of your life. And that's not something I'm interested in. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. But also I'm not, because I think I mentioned in the last video, I hate getting my blood taken. Like, it's the worst. And with with those tests, it's like so many of them at one time, and it's just like draining. So I'm kind of happy that this is kind of, the pinnacle has been reached with the situation, and I'm moving forward. I don't have that many doctor's appointments, which is great, because these last 2 months, I swear I've probably been at the doctor probably twice a week. Maybe once a week for the last 2 months, getting my blood drawn, and it's been absolutely amazing not having to leave work and go do labs, or get off of work and go do labs, especially now that it's summer in Milwaukee. Like, we're finally getting good weather. Like, I don't want to be dealing with that. I don't want to be dealing with that. So yeah, this is kind of like a 2-week update. It's been 2 weeks since I've taken the medication. My hyperactive thyroid symptoms, I haven't really noticed them at all. It's just the symptoms I'm dealing with now from the radioactive iodine pill. which is very mild. I can handle it. It's annoying the heck out of me, but I'd rather take this than have trouble walking or having trouble staying awake, having trouble holding my phone, my child, like all of that. So this video is pretty long. I didn't really expect to get on here and be so on here for so long. But I do want to thank you guys for watching. It's really, really late. I got on my pajamas. My child is asleep, so I'm about to, of course, take this makeup off. Take this makeup off and shower and go to bed. I have to work in the morning. It's probably about 1 a.m. I don't know why I'm up. But yeah, thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. All of my social media links are in the bottom box. Inbox me, DM me, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. And guys, thanks for watching.